Mafia Magazine Radio.
Hello, it's Max. What's up?
Hey, what's good, Max?
Not much. I'm just chilling right now. What are you up to?
Hold on for a second. Let me set you up real quick, all right?
All right.
For all my listeners out there, man, I get the opportunity to sit down with an extremely creative artist. This cat goes by the name of Max Millie, but he is now known as Max Wells. And we're going to sit down with Max for a little while, man, and Max going to let us know, man, what it takes for him to make the music that he make. So, Max, baby, how the industry treating you these days, son?
Pretty good. The past few months, I actually released that mixtape back in November, Strokes for Genius.
Right.
And since then, I've just been kind of creating a lot and not really releasing much. I've released a few singles, but I haven't been releasing a lot. I've just really been trying to master my craft, and I've actually started producing since then too.
Right.
So I've just been working a lot, and I hope to release some visuals maybe in the near future, and definitely some singles coming up pretty soon.
Well, don't sweat that, baby. We're gonna get to all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take this around in a whole big old circle, man. First and foremost, man, let everybody know where you originally from and how long you actually been doing the things you've been doing.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from St. Joe, Michigan, but I currently reside, and I have for the past about 11 years. I've been in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I've been doing this. I'm a sophomore in college now. Well, I will be in the fall. I've been doing this since about, seriously,
right.
I've been doing it since about my freshman year to sophomore year.
Okay.
But I really started messing around with the computer and just rapping and writing rap stuff probably in about 7th grade.
Wow. So here's what I want to say. I know that I heard some of your music a while back, actually around the time you was like a freshman in high school. And my question to you, it was good music when we heard it back then. But my question to you is it just seemed like you came out the box, man, with a real different but quality sounding sound. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know kind of what attributed to that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody just don't jump on a computer and just make good music.
Yeah. Really, I don't know. I didn't really. Most rappers talk about, they grew up on like the natural Kanye, or they grew up on like Biggie and like that old school stuff. But like I'm kind of from a newer generation, so really when I started getting into hip hop, it was actually like the T-Pain sounding stuff and
right.
Just like really mainstream radio stuff. And then I started branching off into like more classic but modern hip hop and like underground stuff. And one thing I learned from those artists was just to be yourself and to make the music that you want to make and the stuff that makes you happy.
Right.
And I was around people in the beginning that were also doing that. They weren't big, but they weren't on a big level or anything, but they were making really creative and really different music. So me being a up and comer like I am and like I was, it just kind of influenced me to do my own thing and to really just kind of try to pave my own way.
Right.
Because there's already enough replicas of everyone else out there.
No doubt. So my question to you is, do you have like some musical people in your family? You know what I'm saying? Like, was you kind of musically inclined by different instruments, or maybe somebody in your family played music or something like that?
Not really. It's kind of just, I'm really the only one who makes music. I kind of was brought into like guitar lessons when I was pretty young.
Right.
So that was something that was kind of, it wasn't like, my family's not really a musical family, but it was something that was like cool, obviously. But yeah, no, my mom's a photographer, so the art is like definitely, my mom also can like draw and everything, and she's a really good artist in general. So the art side of it is definitely there, but no, the music is solely me. No one in my family really, it was really that big into music or even went to the extent of creating it, especially.
Right. So it just sounds like you just had a natural ability, and a lot of people just don't understand that when you gifted, you're gifted. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you can be taught that or whatever. I mean, of course you can expand upon what you've already started, you know what I'm saying? But when you got it, you got it. And I'm still amazed that, because when I first heard your music, I was like, wow, who is this? And then I checked in with you, whatever, you sent us a couple of tracks. We've been banging that music ever since.
I appreciate that. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? And so now let's get to the current project that you're working on, because I got a lot of high accolades for that project also. But I wanted you to talk about a little bit about how this project came about. You know what I'm saying, and what it took for you to put it together, and all that was involved with it.
as you listen to it, I'm assuming it was really really versatile and really different.
Absolutely.
It had a lot of really like touching tracks.
Mm-hmm.
It was really some of them were fun, some of them were deep, some of them were dark, some of them were light and super happy. And really, it was just me. Like I've dropped mixtapes in the past under the name Maximili. I think I dropped 3 before Strokes to Genius, but they were really official mixtapes. They were remixed industry beats and just like freestyles and whatnot. Really, not really good quality or anything.
Right.
And I didn't really promote it. It was just some fun stuff that I did right when I was first starting. And I really wanted to make Strokes of a Genius like almost as like a debut, not an album, but a mixtape that I could just really get it out there and just prove like what I can do. And that's why on it you'll hear a lot of different kind and different sounding tracks, rather than just like a set style. Because I really, since I've dropped it, I've kind of found my style, and that's where the next couple of months are going to come in handy, so I can really get my certain sound out there.
Right.
Because Strokes of Genius, like I said, I was really trying to develop a sound and see where I best fit in, and that was really my goal. I wanted to show everybody what I could do, the different stuff I could do, it, my versatility, and then ultimately for myself, I wanted to find what I felt was the most fun to make and what I really enjoyed doing.
And let me tell you something. I've been listening to music. I've been around for a little while, and I've been listening to music for a long time. And one of the things that I found most surprising about your mixtape was the versatility and the different styles that you was using. And I mean, you kind of hit the mark across the board. I mean, on at least, I don't even know how many tracks is on the mixtape, but at least 8 tracks. I'm like, hey, this cat ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? And then I had people, people coming by and they had no idea who you was or whatever the case is. I just had your music banging in the studio. And a lot of people was like, yo, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? And I was like, y'all take it easy. This is my secret weapon.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. And come Sunday, y'all get a chance to hear him speak it in his own words on how he does his thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to commend you, man, for the things that you did on this mixtape, and continue your progress, man, on the things that you're doing. So my next question to you is are you producing your own tracks? Or you got cats helping you produce your music? I mean, what's the story as far as your production and your beats go?
Well, with Strokes of Genius, it was a bunch of different people. Some of them were even just like YouTube production, and it really wasn't that there wasn't like a producer that helped me make that one. But since then, I've actually linked up with a producer out of Fort Wayne. Actually, he goes by the name of Critical. He actually appeared on Strokes of Genius a couple times.
Right.
And I've linked up with him, and we have a lot of tracks in the works right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also starting, like I said, to produce my own stuff. I think I released one on my SoundCloud that I produced a couple months back. I think it was my first beat I ever made.
Right.
And then I have about 2 to 3 other tracks that I produced solely by myself. And then I have a few that I'm also co-producing with Critical.
Okay. So will we be? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So yeah, I'm really working towards working with him a lot because like I said, I'm trying to find my sound.
Right.
And he has his own sound, so that's kind of helping me form the way I want to go.
Right.
It's kind of, if that makes sense, we kind of work off each other.
Right, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's called collaboration. Hey, so my question to you is, you got some videos coming up? I mean, what's your goal as far as your video progress? What videos are you going to put with what songs? I mean, give us the insight, the 411 on exactly, where you want to take this.
We don't have any shot right now, but one beat that I'm working on, and I have vocals for it and everything. I've actually been performing the song, and I don't even have it recorded yet. But it's really really fun. But I want to record a video for that song. Hopefully within the next couple of months, because it'll be almost a year since we released the last one.
Okay.
But yeah, that one would be solely produced by me.
Right.
And the video would be done by Jed Amati, which is the guy who did all my previous videos on YouTube. I don't know if you checked those out.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of them. I mean, we've been watching Maximili a little bit over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And and only because when you came out the gate, you had an original sound. You had a different sound. You know what I'm saying? Or your delivery was a lot different, is what I should say. You know what I'm saying? And those that know music and appreciate music, we appreciate what you're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? So my next question to you is, where you see this going? I mean, how do you feel like this Stroke of Genius mixtape has been received? You know what I'm saying? For those that have heard it, or those that have given you feedback on it, you know, what's your take on it?
Well, I was actually just thinking about this a couple days ago. Numbers wise,
right,
it didn't reach as many people as I expected it to.
Okay.
But one thing I did notice was everyone who listened to it and sincerely enjoyed the music. Like if they didn't like it, a lot of people wouldn't tell me to my face they didn't like it. But there was a couple people who said they didn't really rock with it as much as they thought they would, which was fine. Like it's feedback. They critiqued me and everything, so I'm cool with that.
Right.
But most of the people who did listen to it really appreciated it, and they enjoyed how deep I dug like into my feelings and how it was different, pretty much in exactly what you're saying, and how it was just like its own kind of category of music.
Right.
And yeah, but where I see this going, I don't know. I'm still promoting Strokes of Genius a little bit, but like I said about my new music, it's got its own certain style to it, I guess.
Okay.
So before I could really even judge, I want to get some of this new music out there, and I really want to push it. I want to try getting some blog support on it too, and I just really want to make sure everything's right before I release this stuff, because this is some of my best stuff coming up soon.
No doubt. So no matter what you do, just send it over here to Mafia, and we'll make sure we're banging. You know what I'm saying? You know, and for those that don't know, you know, when we got some of them tracks that we was talking about that we're gonna bang on Mafia Live after me and Max finish this interview, and we got some up and down buttons on the website. So make sure you hit the up or down, whichever you choose to do. And I'm quite sure, Max, it's gonna be a whole lot of ups for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the way you putting it down is truly refreshing to hear some new music, to hear some different music, and somebody with a concise delivery the way that you have. You dig? So you know.
I just like doing it my way.
Right, and that's the best way of doing it. That's the best way of always doing your music, is the way that you want to do it. You heard? So, yeah, no doubt. Hey, Max, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you coming out, you know, spending your time with us. Once again, if there's anything that Mafia can ever do for you, man, make sure that you always hit us up, man, and we got your back. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about that.
Of course. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no question, baby. Before we leave, though, I want to give you one more opportunity to shout out and plug everything and everybody, man, that's helped you get to the point to where you are today.
Everything and everybody. Okay. Shout out to my mom for sure. I don't know if she's listening right now, but she has helped me get through this. She's at almost every single show.
Right.
She's made me a stronger person. Everyone in my family, my brothers, all my aunts, all my uncles, all my homies. A special shout out to my homie Jade in Canada. He actually just graduated. Well, he graduates tomorrow, but I'm with him right now. And shout out to all my homies back home in Fort Wayne. Okay. Shout out to all my homies in Michigan. I don't know if all these people are listening, but want to make sure I hit everybody just in case they are. Shout out to you guys, Mafia Music, Mafia Magazine.
No doubt.
I really appreciate being on here.
No doubt. This stuff. So.
And definitely shout out to all the people out there who are down to support something different rather than following trends, because trends are boring. Very boring.
Absolutely.
And, everyone needs something different. So I appreciate all the supporters of new things. And that's pretty much it.
For all my listeners out here, y'all had the opportunity to hear first right here on Mafia Magazine Live. We got Max. Well, Max just signed with Max. Max let us know all that it took for him to make the music that he makes. Hey, Max, let me just say this to you, man. May you be blessed in all the things that you do, man, and may you be prosperous in everything that you do. You heard?
Yep, thank you so much.
No doubt, baby. Peace.